yeah, getting that first win, man, impressive too. 35-0, keeping them off the scoreboard. You know, what would you say? Was it just an all-around effort?
Yeah, I mean, all phases of the game, we played well. The kids were focused, and they battled through adversity early in the game. We kind of we kind of reverted back to what we've been doing, penalties, and but the kids we kind of regrouped and they put a good drive, the opening drive, and scored and played really good defense. Took advantage of some turnovers, which helped.
My bad, you kind of had the pause there. Must be called. Was there any difference in preparation this week to try to clean up some of the mistakes that you've done in weeks past?
No, I mean we just kind of emphasized stop, making those mistakes and concentrate. And if you do, don't let it carry over to the next one. And that's what we try to do. I mean, and they did good.
So the biggest thing, like the thing that we've always came in, or since we've been doing these in here, has been the execution thing. Like, I mean, it's been little things that, like Matt said, whether it's the snaps, penalties, whatever. Have you noticed, like, that as the season has progressed, it's gotten better? Like,
it has gotten better, but we're still getting penalties. Obviously, we got early in the game, we got some, and then we got some throughout the ball game. But snaps were great. That was one big thing that it makes a difference. When you get a good snap, you can run the play and you can execute a play. So, and that's we got better at that, but we still got to work on execution. There's improvement to be made. We kind of shuffled the roster around a little bit. Kids kind of adapted well. Some of it worked, some of it didn't. But our kids adapted well and they played well.
Does it feel? I mean, I'm sure it feels nice to have kind of the monkey off your back and not having it win, or now you've got.
Feels good. It felt good waking up the next day knowing that you won the night before and the kids played well and that's the more important thing. Building some confidence within themselves. As a team.
Could you notice? Or
Coach, congratulations on your first win. So you said y'all cleaned it up early. How early in the process was it? The first drive series, or when was it you told them let's clean it up?
I mean, we didn't tell them anything. We just before the game we told them that they just got to clean up your, ease up on the mistakes and stuff like that. But when they got those penalties, they kind of regrouped and took it upon themselves and they drove the ball down and scored.
Have you noticed just 2 days into the week, but 2 practices? Have you noticed like anything different? I know you always say like they work hard.
And it's funny, so our kids work hard every day. They're playing football and they know they're playing football, and it's a game to them. And obviously we don't want to lose, and the morale kind of gets down a little bit. Yeah, but yeah, you can see a little excitement, a little more excitement, I guess.
Is there an extra sense of momentum coming off the win, going into homecoming for you guys?
Like I said earlier, it helps to win. It builds confidence, and hopefully we carry it over to Friday.
Have you looked at? Fabens is a pretty common opponent now. What's the 4th year that y'all played them? Y'all won every time, correct?
Yes,
So,
but every time it's been a good. Well, it's been a good game every time.
In the last 2 years, y'all had to go there. So I guess just talk about this matchup and what you're looking for.
They work hard, they play hard. The roster's not as as big as ours, but I mean those kids work hard and play hard. And they lost to a good Pecos team by a touchdown. They lost to La Mesa by a point. So I mean, there's a common opponents that we faced, and it should be a good game. Hopefully we can come out with the victory.
And one of the running backs has I think over 600 yards. This big guy you're really gonna have to try to contain.
He's pretty quick. He does a good job. He's elusive. He runs hard.
What did your coaching staff and your team learn from the losses that set you up for a win, and now moving forward you've got momentum on your side?
Just the mistakes that we constantly have made throughout the ball games. We as coaches take pride in what we're coaching and doing, and the coaches have done a good job regrouping and just kind of reemphasizing, per group what they're coaching, what they got to improve on, and not to be satisfied with what you're doing.
Obviously, your job on Friday is the football game, but how excited are you, especially with COVID being out, having the big homecoming crowd and all the homecoming festivities and the cool light displays? How excited are you for the atmosphere of what a post-COVID homecoming is going to be for you guys?
It's been a good week, man. Our kids are buying into all the Spirit Week, and it's been fun for all of them. And it's good to see that they're getting involved. And not just our players, but every group, from the maiden side to the chief side to the student body side to the community, Lakeview community. All you hear is about the float, the parade. They're excited about the parade. I'm excited about the parade. Um, but we're focusing on the game, and so that leading into the game, we're excited that we're going to have we always bring a pretty good little crowd on homecoming night.
So, game aside, and kind of feeding off Matt's question, what does homecoming mean to the Lakeview community? Because this is when I say Lakeview community, it's because there's that sense of pride. Like you see the North Side pride on the band equipment or on the bus. Like this is like in its way.
It's a time where people can come home. If you're from out of town, come see our kids or see their family members, go to a football game and represent where you grew up and where you're from. Be proud of where you're from.
Do you think that like the turnout is bigger on homecoming? Do you see it different?
It's been a pretty good turnout since I've been here, and it's been exciting, and we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, with it being homecoming, do you ever worry about it being a distraction from the football game?
Man, I think it could be a distraction, but our job as coaches, we just kind of regroup the kids and kind of just remind them, hey, enjoy the week, be a part of the week, but understand Friday you do have a job to do, and so do we.
And Coach, at this point in the season, talk about the leadership you're seeing from some of your seniors. Basically halfway through the regular season.
Those guys have been the very unselfish group of kids that lead the group, that lead our captains that lead the group. They want the best for the team. So we've been blessed, with the leadership and the captains that we have this year.
Do you look at this game against Fabens? I mean, it's obviously nice to play someone that you could potentially see in the first round of the playoffs, but that's in at least the district that you're going to be facing. I guess compared to other non-district games, do you kind of value this one a little bit more just because it is?
It's good.
For you?
It's exciting because you never know that may be a possibility in the future. But no, it's good to see playing a different opponent from not just so close to home.
Coach, since you've beaten them every time, since you've been here, is there anything about guarding against overconfidence against this team? You have to worry about that at all?
We can't be overconfident. We're 1-4, so we just got to concentrate on what's on task this week and just go play football and not not, like I said, get caught in the homecoming festivities and understand what we got to do.
Coach, you won, and now you're back home. Home field advantage. If you win this one, you set momentum going forward. What are you going to do to take care of that to make sure it's safe? We got a chance to win something in front of us and build momentum. Continue
what we're doing. I mean, there's no secret plan. We just got to keep continuing what we're doing, preach what we teach and our philosophies, and just stay on track.
One last thing for me is would you say that there was anyone in particular, or maybe like a couple of guys that you thought that really stood out in the win on Friday?
It's a big win for all of us. I think all around offensively, I think our offensive line did a great job, blocking for our running backs, and they did a good job running the ball. Quarterback did a good job. Special teams came up big. So I mean, there's no one in particular. Defense played well. So I think it was, like I said, it was all around effort, and that's what it takes to win, and that's what we hopefully can carry on to the future.
As far as your quarterback this week, is it going to be chop all the way through? You're going to kind of play it by ear a little?
We're still doing the same thing, chop out, and Kate, and so we're excited for both. Like I said earlier, we're going to try to, fit it in the system, we're going to go with the hot hand, and if we'll go from there.